And tell me something good. We are not going to have a long intro. Let's run it for the cardio. Cowboys had a camp today, a phenomenal camp, if you ask all the people that was in attendance and whatnot. All right. So, of course, we got to react to the clips assist. So starting off early in the day here, they do the mojo moment joints, and apparently the Cowboys defense went 3 for 2 out of 5 reps on the mojo moments joints. That's just a situational football type deal here. But this was Donovan Wilson making a play in coverage here. And y'all know if we have any type of criticisms of Damian Wilson, it is him in coverage. So him coming over, making a very smart play in the red zone here. They try to set up a little rub right here, and him seeing that, fighting through it and dealing with it, making a play. Here, Donovan Wilson. I know there's a lot of people that think I dislike Donovan Wilson. Nah, man, I want Donovan Wilson to be great. I want as many good people on my team as possible. I'm just trying to figure it all out. All right. The way they're talking about Royce Freeman makes me believe he's a roster lock at this point. I personally didn't think that was the case going into camp. Hey, man. We've heard Stephen Jones and them co-sign Royce. We've heard Will Steele co-signing Royce. You've heard Voch co-signing Royce. So, let's just be clear here, man. Y'all have heard me say plenty of times, if you look at the running backs last year between Rico Dowdle, Ezekiel Elliott, Deuce Vaughn, Royce Freeman, Royce was the better running back between all those guys. Of all those guys, Royce Freeman averaged like 7.1 yards per carry last year. So it just would be ridiculous to believe that Royce Freeman just gonna step right in and just be be cut. A serviceable back, a good back on a team that ain't got backs. Y'all just think Royce is just gonna get cut like that. I think that's ridiculous. But hey, if that's the case, we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of Royce in preseason there, okay? There has been a lot of kudos about the run game and how the run defense looked today. The defense in general, besides Dak Prescott tearing their ass up because apparently he had a really good day too. But like the run fits here, the D-line group, Mazi, Osa, Chauncey, those guys dealing with double teams and, blocks up front. Micah Parsons got mad as hell about what happened yesterday. He seen what everybody was saying on socials, and he just proceeded to beat the hell out of everybody that's out there. Not on this play. He's just like containing on this play. But there was some other plays where Micah Parsons just out here beating the shit out of anybody that'll listen to him. So let's get into some of that though. Let's see. We got some one-on-ones with wide receivers and DBs today. I don't even know if this happened yesterday because I was so consumed with the O-line, D-line stuff. But Jalen Cropper made many plays today, one-on-ones, many plays. Now, let's just keep it a buck here, right? Is this a sack? Look at Kalen Carson off the rip being physical, redirecting Jalen Moreno Cropper having to redirect 3-4 times. Could that be a sack? Possibilities, you know what I'm saying? But he did eventually end up with the catch, but I'm calling Carson on the physicality, and I think that that's holding the ball too long. If you hear the beep of the sound of my remote control fancy fan. All right. Listen, man, Tyler Guyton here putting hands all over whoever this kid is here. And Tyler, after coming off of his day that he had with the first team, you can almost imagine that he'll do something like this to the second and third team guy. Let me see something real quick. Who is that? Let me see who this is real quick, chat. 50. That's 50. What? 7? I think that's like Darrell Johnson or something. So yeah, he gonna beat the hell out of Darrell Johnson every single time. We can have an extended conversation about Tyler Guyton versus Chuma Edoga and how they're kind of using those guys, and your offensive line coach and his nonsensical nature and behaviors or whatever. We can cross that bridge maybe when we talk to Brian Broaddus later on. I'll ask him, but this just seemed to be some politics right here. Kevontae Turpin getting involved, man. And if there's anything that I've been asking for the Cowboys to do with Kevontae Turpin is to get him involved. There's some people that think I don't want Kevontae Turpin to get involved. It's false. That's false. I would love for Kevontae Turpin to get involved. It's just hard for me to always vouch for somebody when they're not getting involved. But if he getting involved, then Turpin has a place here. He's one of your bursty and explosive dudes. So go let him be bursty and explosive. Shouts out to Turpin making catches. There's another one coming later. Pat NOC Walker taps in telling us that Mazi's eating up double teams here and that he's having words with Brock Hoffman. Let me just keep it a buck here. I want Mazi to be able to whoop Brock Hoffman every single time. And even if that hasn't been the case, it is what it is. Shouts out to Brock Hoffman. He's been doing his thing there. But and we just see some people in the comments talking about what Brian was saying yesterday, right? Like, hey, he, the whole one-footed thing. And, this is Pat NOC Walker saying, coming in and saying that he's combo block. Well, even when you're combo block, you got to keep both feet in the ground. That's just a bad habit. It's almost like a false step or swing your arms prior to engagement or something like that. You kind of got to get ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Keep both feet in the ground because that's where you're most powerful. Apparently, chat, Israel Mukuamu showed up wanting to beat the shit out of everybody today. Apparently, Israel Mukuamu, apparently somebody got him once. Shouts out to Chill Follow for getting the footage there. Apparently somebody beat Izzy one time. But besides that one time, Israel Mukuamu was beating the shit out of everybody. And this was one time where he really put hands on Jalen Tolbert here. And there was some conversation going around about Izzy, and hey man, Izzy looks just fine now that Dan Quinn's gone. I wonder what Izzy did to get in Dan Quinn's doghouse or whatever, man. So it's a conversation we got to have at some point, bro. But what you saying to me? Say something. Israel McCormick with another interception is what John Machota saying right here. But Izzy got active all day. He was picking on Trey Lance all damn day. Kalen Carson whooping up on Tyron Billy Johnson here, bro. I'm so excited about Kalen Carson with the route anticipation, reading the hips right here. And look, not even so much reading, but just more so getting the feel. And you could tell when wide receivers kind of stem out a little bit that they're setting you up to go back inside. And you can see Kalen Carson using his eyes and using his feels, right? If you're gonna work outside, you ain't just gonna stay outside. You're probably gonna work inside. That's the oldest trick in the book that they teach wide receivers, and they even teach D linemen. If they start one place, they are not going to end in that place. You see back-to-back plays here from Jalen Tolbert. Let's watch one of them. Let me see. We're gonna do our best. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna do our best. Okay. And we got another one here from Jalen Tolbert. Back-to-back play from Jalen Tolbert. Let's see. Our best here. So Dak Prescott was on fire today. Of course, there's Jalen Brooks getting busy. Okay. So Tolbert and Brooks both got busy today. Okay. Dak Prescott was on fire. And we're gonna ask Brian Broaddus whenever he taps in with us, like, hey Brian, does this feel like one of Dak's better practices? Does this feel like Dak was finding a rhythm with Brandon Cooks? He was finding rhythms with Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, all the Jalen's, Turpin also. It's just good to see. Here's Michael Parsons out here. Let me mute Twitter. Hold on. There we go. Michael Parsons out here about to beat the shit out of Chuma Dog. It is what it is, my dog. And then we got on another play here. Let's see what happens here. Tyler Smith kind of helping Chuma out a little bit, causing a pile in the middle. But boy, I am not excited about what Chuma Dog is talking about, especially with how good Tyler Guyton was yesterday, man. Get your rookie in there and stop playing there. Michael with another ass whoop against Chuma Dog here, but this time Dak gets the ball out to Jalen Moreno Cropper. Hey, shouts out to Dak and Cropper making the connection, but Chuma Doga think it's opposite day out this bitch, boy. He just walk off. He think it's opposite day out this one. Man, Chuma, look. Chuma did not listen to Lose Yourself today. You know what I mean? He thought he had one shot and one opportunity to go out there and prove he was better than Tyler Guyton. And all Chuma did was prove that he's exactly who we thought he was. Brandon Cooks out here with a little more Dak Prescott continuity. We need all this, man. Brandon Cooks was a guy that got heavily involved towards the end of the season. He ended with 8 touchdowns, which is phenomenal. And if you just add a couple of more yards to that, he would have been 1,000-yard, 8-touchdown receiver. So let's get Brandon Cooks started early, okay? We see some blitz gymnastics here with Let's see. We got some. Nah, that it ain't gonna be able to work here. But basically, Pat NOC Walker says Willie Harvey Jr. on this play. Zimmer shows. I guess I can show y'all. Zimmer shows blitz and Harvey sells it. Then he bails to cover the left flat at the last second, and it makes Cooper Rush think twice. That's what this is all for, man. That's what it's for. That's what coaching is. That's what you want in your DC, to go out there and make adjustments, go out there and make things hard for the other team to figure out what you're doing. Meanwhile, Willie Harvey on the very next play, picking off Trey Lance. Look, if you had to compete for who had the worst day, Trey Lance or Chuma Edoga, boy, you're going to have a neck and neck Olympic race here, sir. And ma'ams, whoever listening right now, you're going to have a neck and neck race. Dak Prescott got on one, Deron Bland got one on Deron Bland. There's a dot to Jalen Moreno Cropper. We keep hearing Jalen Moreno Cropper's name in this mix, and I think as long as Dak Prescott's playing quarterback, all these dudes are relevant. There's another receiver we're going to have a conversation about in a second. Mazi versus the double team. You be the judge. Let's see what Mazi did versus the double team here. Did he do something special? I imagine Mazi's right there in the double team zone, which is A gap. Let's see what he did versus. No, that wasn't Mazi. Okay, cool. That was okay. Let's see this other player then. Let's see this character right here. Let's see what he did versus the double team here. Okay, that was more of a combo, but hey, Mazi held his own. Mazi kept his linebackers clean. So yeah. That's more of a combo than a true double. More of an outside zone block combo than a real double. But hey, shouts out to him, man. Tyler Smith parts the Red Sea here. Let's see what Tyler Smith did. Why they got us so grainy up in there? Here we go. Tyler Smith. They say he parted the Red Sea. So why we got what's going on with our quality, man? Hold on, dog. Hold on. Let me just fix the quality real quick. What's wrong with y'all phones out here, bro? What's wrong with y'all phones out here, bro? Here we go, Tyler Smith. Pardon me. Let's see if he moves somebody. Of course he moves somebody. But let's just see what the business is here. Yeah, Tyler Smith just removing people from the equation. Go to Nick Harris's Twitter. Y'all will see it over there. All right, let's get back into it. John Machota says Micah Parsons' sack, was it on Chuma Edoga? Yeah, it was on Chuma Edoga. Hey, look, Chuma got something. We also saw some of our YouTube friends. We saw Aisha. We saw Foots talk about this. Also, take a look at your left defensive end, Marshawn Nealon, getting a pretty good rush on Terrence Steele there, putting hands on him. So, hey, man, we need him. We gonna need him. We got that one in there twice. Dak Prescott to David Durden. This is another character that Dak Prescott is elevating. It's cool, but David Durden was a guy that the Cowboys wanted to hang around regardless. Then you got Landon McCool here. He says David Durden getting a lot of work today with the ones and the twos thriving so far. So I always feel like that we was one wide receiver away from being a great offense. Did you hear what I said?
Hear what I said?
So if David Durden can be a really good slot receiver for Dak Prescott, cool, but where does he make the team? That's the hard part here. I guess you could just kind of practice squad until next year, I guess. Then we got a big old fight. Just a big old fight. And I tell you what, man, Kalen Carson being far outweighed and outmatched by Brevin Ford here. It just shows that Kalen Carson got a little bit of dog and anger and furious vengeance in him. So I would love for Kalen Carson to get playtime just because he out here wrestling people bigger than him. Shouts out to him. So, Chad, this had the timeline in a tizzy. Okay, y'all see number 14? That's Marquise Bell. He played defense, right? Trey Lance plays offense, and Trey threw the ball right to him, and the damn Twitter machine was livid. Why are they automatically giving me the worst video quality? I don't like that. But the timeline was in a tizzy. Shouts out to Woolchuck for the angle. But Trey Lance threw that bit right to Marquise Bell. Here's another angle of Bobby Bell. Shouts out to him of Trey Lance throwing that bitch right to Marquise Bell. It was not a great day for brother Trey Lance. Let's just watch one more time. tough. And also, we have a Dak Prescott throw to Kevontae Turpin, which is a dime from Dak Prescott, by the way. So let's just be clear here. Dak Prescott still in his bag, but that's what we come to expect from Dak Prescott. But shouts out to Kevontae Turpin for getting himself open, making a catch, and just stepping up his game a little bit, because he's a dude that's going to be on the roster, whether it be majority for teams or whatnot. He's still going to be a dude that needs to make an impact on offense. And that's what the hell he's doing. So I ain't got nothing to complain about. All right. Appreciate y'all for being here. Tap in with me later on with Brian Brothers. Love y'all to pieces. Y'all hold down for the Doski Woch and Peace Whiskey. Camp is thick. Crown.